should be able to see me in here. So, red, orange, and yellow guy. Sorry, fellas, but that means I'm the hottest thing inside the video right now. Yep, it works every time. Even from the guys, they still get a good chuckle. But anyway, if you're a bridal party, that kills, just so you guys know. Usually they show up drunk. But anyway, we're looking for those cold spots. It's going to be blue and black. So with the blue and black, I want it to either take shape or start moving on its own. We're always going to have blue and black. That's why moving it and taking shape is important. When I say taking shape, I want head, shoulders, moving arms, and legs. You guys are getting my point. So have we caught things like that with this camera? Yes, we have. Is it every single night? No, it is not. So this is not a TV show, guys. You're going to find that out really fast. So unfortunately, Abby, I'm going to be debunking a lot of things for you from your TV show. She's like, that's all right. I still want to find a ghost. But anyway, but with this one, the cool thing is I set it up to where there's a blue dot bouncing around the screen. The blue dot is there to show you the coldest spot in the frame at that moment. I'm looking for 15-degree temperature drops. It is 72 degrees out here for us tonight. I do keep track of temperature for you, and it will be in your analysis notes tomorrow. But I'm looking for 15, so that's going to be, what, 57 degrees and below? So if I find just a very small smidgen of that blue dot at 57 degrees or below, and it's definitely not glass from a truck or so forth and so on, you guys are going to get the point. I will take screenshots, and it'll be highlighted for you. So with this one, we have a lot going on with the EMF already, but we are going to kind of spread out, and then I'm going to be bouncing around with all of you, seeing what's going on. The two small cameras, so that would be Amy and Nathaniel. Don't be disgruntled if I don't follow up with you as much. You guys have small cameras. I send those videos to YouTube so I can watch them on a large computer screen in my office. So again, if I'm not following up with you, it's not always a real-time moment. You actually have a real-time moment camera, if that makes sense. So if and get them recording the entire time. If you try to capture something, like, oh my God, there's something, and you hit record, it's already gone. So just keep it running the entire time that we're here. And then, of course, people walking by, let's get them pointed down. You got the point. Anything you may have heard?
Celebrate.
Okay.
Oh, wow, they are going fast.
Casey, anything on yours?
I heard 5 a couple of times.
Number 5.
If that's
It's not.
okay.
But you heard something, which is good. So celebrate in 5. And go ahead and get that thing unmuted. Yeah, I'm done. When I stop talking, unmute it. Let's do this. Writing in the dark, however, is on my resume. Yeah, let's spread out a little bit, guys. Let's have some fun with this. What you guys signed up for? Let's do it.
You hearing anything?
Yeah.
So if I were to see something, it'd be. If I were to see something, what color would it be?
So, yeah, make sure to keep like one of us.
Sky.
Well, off the sky and one of us in, so you have that. But then if it drops, so you don't have anyone in the screen right now. Okay. But if you see something, it would be like that blue dot, which would mean it's like 15 degrees colder.
Crazy, Bonnie? No, but it's kind of consistent.
I swear I just heard David.
That coming, man. You getting the gist of how that guy works?
Yep, just trying to keep it low out of the sky.
Yep. So even when I'm watching this video, because the ground is so weird here because it's made out of different material, I'm usually watching the walls. You see how that blue dot just kind of followed her feet for a minute? Like, why does it do that? But it's just a little cooler spot that she walked through.
Gotcha.
So I'm looking literally for a blue anomaly to go across that heated wall.
Okay.
And the cement is going to hang on to the day's summer, like the day's sun. So that's why it's warmer. The mud is going to be much cooler because it has water in it.
Okay.
Kind of getting my point.
Yeah.
Very sciencey and very techy, but at the same time, like studying thermodynamics to learn how to use this camera, like took months to like literally like, what am I looking at here?
Yeah, I hear you.
But you guys recording video, when I capture something, it's usually like, oh shit, look at this. So it's I know what I'm looking for.
Okay, awesome.
With you guys, I know it's like, oh my god, I got a bunch of weird colors. I don't know what things are. You know? When I spot something, it's definitely an oh shit moment.
Yeah, I'll do my thing. I'll do my best, and we'll see what.
Yeah,
we'll
just
see
nice
what
slow
comes.
mo.
Yeah.
Gwen, you got anything else coming out?
I heard David.
David. Damn that David. I don't know who the hell this guy is. Casey, you got anything? Alright, I say we rein it in and show you guys how this all pieces together. So let's go back up to where we started. See if Abby caught anything. Abby, you got anything?
What? Something about your dad.
I like the fact that I bounced around all the cameras all of that time. I don't normally do that. You were dad. Nice. Weird. Something that actually popped up about my dad last week. Super. He's alive. That was weird. show you guys what I'm excited about and kind of show you how I piece this all together. So let's kind of rein it back in. About duels that I might be able to answer or how not to get kicked out of places. Neat.
Yeah.
All right,
So
let's
it's
go
only
learn
a
about
half
pirates. The
public
radio.
alley?
What's that?
It's only a half public alley?
The other side is considered residential. So
Oh.
after 6 p.m., no tours are allowed past the halfway point. Because there's mansions at the end of it.
Huh.
There is an address for those places, like Philadelphia Alley is an address.
Huh.
I'm just talking too much and yeah, man, this would have been your guys' private party too. Had they known you from last time. So it would have been like, you and I would have had a conversation. Why
We
you
had a great night.
You can say things you're hearing into the camera. You can say things that you're hearing, and they'll be recorded on here.
Oh, you're right. They would be.
You hearing anything? You hearing anything?
No, like here. I'll put this one in your ear and you can kind of hear what I'm hearing.
Things that I'm doing with this tour. I keep changing shit up. It's going to be a little more extreme than what we're doing now.
So have you found any good stuff on this SLS?
I have a few pieces. I'd say
Yeah.
probably a good 5 or 6 that I can concretely say is definitely fair.
Yeah. You like have that couple of good stuff happening on
I feel like my brain doesn't work quick enough to hear things.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, right?
Well, we're also recording, so that's going to be on you guys.
What did I say?
Do you hear that guy's radio?
No.
It's like this creepy little child's voice saying, like, I'm
Ooh.
here, I'm here. Yeah.
By the way, picture takers, it usually doesn't get much better than that unless there's a full moon right next to it. So if you guys want to stop and take pictures, I'm all good. Be tourists, have a good time. So, let's definitely get those cameras up and running while we're here. Other tours may be passing through here. I pulled this off to the side a little bit tonight because a lot of the tours like to stop up in that area to talk about the powder magazine. We're also here for the powder magazine, but in a much different way. So while you guys are getting your pictures and your snapshots, she's like, yeah, I'm just going to use the damn camera all in my hand. Love it. So, by the way, when we do have full moons, and if it's a second, like a blue moon for us, the second of the month, it lands right next to Turkey. So if you look at some of my social media, that's usually the pictures I use is from the blue moons that we get.
Do you notice more activity when it's a full moon, or is that all myth?
I'm actually, the next podcast episode is I'm studying it now because I use all of your guys' data for moon phases, weather, and K-index. That's actually the next podcast episode, and it is not a full moon. It's almost the exact opposite of a full moon. It is actually a waning crescent moon during the perigee formation of the moon. That means when it's closest to the Earth. So, yeah, we're going to talk about that towards the end. Exactly.
That changes the
polarity of things. You got it. So we're here because, like I said, the little tiny building over here to your guys' right. So this is the powder magazine, and those are not crosses on that little tiny building. Those are earthquake bolts. Nobody's told you what earthquake bolts are. They're basically turnbuckles. So they go all the way through the roof. In the event that we have another earthquake, you can tighten them, and it's supposed to tighten the building so that way it doesn't incur any further damage from the earthquake. So it's a great idea. It just doesn't work. The only reason I bring those ones up so you can see how crude they are. It's the very first set of earthquake bolts that Charleston ever put in. The reason why is because this is the oldest government building in South Carolina. So we're here because this is what I call a familiar. You guys all watch the TV shows where they use that crazy teddy bear to attract the child ghost? Because the child would recognize the teddy bear. Same principle. We don't have many buildings this old. This building was being constructed at the same time that Anne Bonny was coming here to start a new life. Again, know your ghosts, know the history of them, so you can kind of get the right activity. The hope here is that we're going to hopefully get...
I'll put it under.
See any cold spots?
Everything is bringing better.
No, I put it there and I was getting
All right, so let's circle in for sure, because this history is kind of a whopper. There's a lot of twists and turns in here, so kind of follow me. I will slow down on the twists and turns because it's kind of nuts. But anyway, the building, again, took 10 years to build. Let me start there. Does that sound like our government, small building, 10 years? No, not at all. I'll answer for you. But right in the middle of its construction is where history begins, 1708. Back in Ireland, a young lady is coming here named Anne Cormac. She comes here with her father and his mistress. The mistress is Anne's mother. Is everybody with me so far? Yes. 3 of them are running away from her dad's angry wife. So how pissed off was she that they got to leave the country? So if you came here with your significant other, gentlemen, make sure you don't piss her off. She's going to kick you out of the country. But anyway, they land in Georgetown. That's between us and Myrtle Beach. So that kind of gives you an idea of where they're at. So dad bought a plantation, but mom died pretty quickly. That means dad is sending young Anne down here to sell anything from the plantation. Hence the familiar building. So, back in Ireland, Anne was said to be a badass even back then. At the age of 7, 8, 9, remember it's pirate lore, nothing is exact, they say she killed a servant with a knife to the belly. Can't tell you how many times we've had servant, knife, belly show up, and none of you knew what the other person was hearing. So again, happens all the time. But anyway, fast forward. The building was finished in 1713. Pirates were starting to come through Charlestown in 1715. Anne is stoked. Why? She's going to fall in love, so she can earn her freedom, just like a man. It's a man's world at this point. First guy she falls in love with. I said first because there is a handful, and we're going to go through them all. First guy is James Bonny. You already see where this one's going, right? Dad didn't approve. They run away to Jamaica. They got married, and Cormac is now Anne Bonny. That's where the pirate name comes from. But James Bonny is not Captain Jack Sparrow like what she was hoping for. This guy turns out to be a privateer, which means he's a spy for the British. He's a coward in her eyes. So, a few years go by and she falls in love again. Guy number 2. This is John Rackham. Everybody calls him Calico Jack. I'll explain more about his name later, but Calico Jack is the guy that they based your Johnny Depp character off of, just so you guys know who this is. He has his own ship, he has his own crew. You can't put a female on a pirate ship because it's bad luck. I would normally throw that question out to you guys to make sure you're paying attention, but I get some really raunchy answers when I have a family-friendly tour. Still jokes. But anyway, so he makes a deal with her. If you dress like a guy and look like my crew, you can be part of it. She's okay with this. Why? Dad used to cross-dress her back home in Ireland to hide her from his wife. She gets it. It's a man's world. But she's going to be a female in Jack's quarters. Let's put 2 and 2 together. She's eventually going to get pregnant. You can't have a pregnant pirate dude on the crew. Somebody's going to figure out that she's a girl. Then they're going to vote Jack off as captain, just so you kind of get the idea of how that goes. They did have a democracy. So, before she starts the show, he drops her off in Cuba. Go have the baby here. These are friends of mine. They'll help you out. Come back later. We'll figure it out. She goes and has the baby, but returns with no baby. We have no idea what happened to that child. No amount of my research has ever found it. What's significant about this part of the story is that she comes back dressed as a female. So when she comes back dressed as a female, Jack realizes this, and now he's pretty pissed off. To make him even more mad, she's going to go flirting with the pirate crew that he just captured, and they're down below deck. We're on guy number 3, in case you lost track. Guy number 3 turns out to be a female, dressed like a guy, to be part of the crew that Calico Jack captured. Now we have 2 females dressed as males.
It's like Shakespeare.
I know, right? I know. History can be long. We're getting through it. So, this young lady's name was Mary Reed. She went by Mark Reed to become a pirate. So, her and Mary became friends, possibly lovers. We're not going to really know for sure. But the British found out where they are. They send a fleet of ships to take down one measly pirate ship. The rumor is that Anne and Mary were the only 2 pirates not drunk enough to come up and fight with 1-bullet flintlocks. Probably because they don't know how to use cannons yet, because they haven't been pirates for very long. Obviously, 2 ladies with flintlocks are not going to take on a whole fleet of ships. Now, they get arrested. As they're being arrested, she looks at her bow, Captain Calico Jack, and says, "I'm sorry to see you here, but if you would have fought like a man, you wouldn't be hanged like a dog." The word dog shows up a lot on your spirit boxes. We've even had it on the Ouija board, so just kind of putting that out there. Now, with that said, the judge wants to see the 2 men that fought back so valiantly on their own. He's already tried to hung Calico Jack and the drunk pirates a win fight. They're dead and gone. 2 ladies go in front, reveal their gender, hoping to save themselves. The judge doesn't give a shit that they're female. They're still pirates. Still gonna hang them. We plead our bellies, is what they shouted, because you can't hang a pregnant woman in 1720. It's illegal. Sends them both back to jail, delays the hanging, but Dad is still up here in South Carolina with all of his Irish
Were they
money.
actually pregnant?
We don't know.
I bet they weren't.
Probably not. More than likely not. Now, Dad brings her home. She remarries. That's husband number 2, but guy number 4. We're going to count Mary because we don't really know. Now, she has 4 kids, dies at the age of 84. Was one of those 4 kids from the original pregnancy claimed? I have no idea. Mary Reed, by the way, dies 5 months later in April of 1721 from whatever pirates die from in a Jamaican jail. Most books would tell you that it was something simple like fever. I say bullshit. It's probably romantic and scurvious. Why the hell not? We're talking pirates. So, a couple of things I left out of here on purpose so that all of you Spirit Box people have something to deal with. You all know how to ask questions by now. I left out the name of Anne Bonny's parents on purpose. I know what it is, but you guys don't. That's purpose. The other thing, that's the father and the mistress, by the way. Calico Jack's ship. I also left out the name of that ship that she joined, so ask about that if you'd like. The name of the city where she grew up in Ireland. That one's been coming up more and more. And the color of her hair, which is an obvious red. She's an Irish woman. So I hate to say that all Irish women are red, because that's very profiling, I guess is the right term. But it is definitely red. I usually give you one bone, so that way you at least have something to work with. Anything else you want to ask? This is not a prominent English woman like Eliza Pinckney. Poke the bear. Get the damn answers. That's kind of how this place works. And Abby's like, oh yeah, it's about time. So with this space, again, it's because of relativity of time frame. That's why we're here. Other tours may be coming through here or going to their vehicles. If somebody's going to their car, cameras, you get it, just go the opposite way. That ivy wall for you, forget it, man. It is all over the place. With your EMF, what I will tell you is that I don't get excited on this front half because of the 2 electrical poles and the parking meters on the other side. It's usually the back half. It's not the Pinckney Mansion site by far, so you're going to probably not see anything. That's going to be the guess. Yeah. If you get a 2.5, I'm going to be excited. Like, that's how low it'll be. It's not like an 18 or a 30 or anything like that. That is an anomalous place that I still have yet to figure out. Everybody else, I mean, your camera goes a little wonky in here sometimes, so let me know if you see like staticky lines going through. But everybody else, Spirit Boxes, let's get them up and cranked. I'll be bouncing around, have some fun. Let's do this. Get yours unmuted too, Abby. I want to get you working on both of those. So, just so you know, here's the kind of
Are you hearing anything?
A tour is coming in behind you.
Okay. Are you hearing anything?
Not yet.
Yeah, I appreciate that as well. Yeah, that's definitely good to know ahead of time.
This was a contract. But I always kind of let you guys know, like, if I have my smaller groups, I don't usually want to go devices. Kind of like let the group know, like, hey, is it really not comfortable with this, or some people want to try this? So I kind of like always leave it open. Because I know they're thinking, hey, which device do you want to use? You know, Dakota wanted a specific camera. So I always kind of leave it open. This is your guys' bag, it's not mine.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Actually, this has been our trip. So the first 2 nights, we stayed on the end.
Anything?
That's what she did. She wanted to do a treehouse first, but we were like, we're not in Charleston. No, we're not staying. She said that she lives here. We stayed in the boat. So we did 2 nights in the boat. And then we did this tour, and then there's also a attraction. So this is cool.
You guys get your data. There's a field guide. So there's apps that I trust to use. This piece of this real estate. It shows you kind of where cameras and businesses go on. It's a quick, you know, you're going to print out, it's only like 4 pages of everything. What do you want to do?
What's that? You hearing things?
What was your father's name?
You'll have that before you wake up tomorrow. I go to my office when we're done. I have office time. I get it all done tonight. So you can text at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey, here's the gist of what I found. We had some
Any answers?
I heard Angelica, blood, cheated on. Heard those. No cold things?
I don't know. He kind of said this is the one where he'll have to.
Where he has to
Find
kind of, yeah, because it's like pulling on the glass of that car right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yep.
Bless you. You dropped the nostrils.
I've heard Angelica, wore blood, and also cheated on.
Oh, that's interesting. Angelica's weird. You do have the name Anne in the middle of that.
Yeah.
So it is kind of what color is the big red barn? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. You don't need Rudolph the nosed reindeer. You just need red. So
Just the piece.
Angelica would be an interesting piece. Anything else to come out of that?
Just those three things so far.
4.9 milligrams. That's interesting.
High for a deer?
Very, very high. Like, again, I would be happy with like a 2.5, 2.7.
Yeah.
Alright,
It
where's
did sound like a couple of strong guitar solos.
that's that commercial? Okay, so what do you got coming out of here?
Her name Bailey. It's so hard to figure out what. Yeah. Really? Yeah. It literally looks like somebody just kind of leaned on it, just like that. Yeah. 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 We just did it like 3 different times and it was like every time it was
Anything good?
I said he was sitting on the trash can and it said baby. Yeah.
What did you say to walk this direction?
I don't know.
That should be easy to see, right? If I'm walking behind it, we get more of this thing here.
They dropped her off in Cuba to have a baby, right?
Can't remember if he said Cuba.
I just heard the song Havana.
No, I don't think he said Cuba. Yeah, I don't think so.
No? Honestly. What happened to your baby? Tell me.
Gwen, what you got?
You said that they dropped her off in Cuba to have her first baby?
Yeah.
I heard the song Havana. Mm-hmm.
Was that the lyric you heard though?
Havana, yeah.
Well, that whole area was all littered with pirates. So.
Oh, it's back. It's back. Now those people are walking out.
We got the footage, so definitely have to check it out. Definitely have notes.
Just randomly pop back up there after y'all walk away.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this one up. Let's head over towards the wall. I do not want you guys putting any of this.
They're gonna
It's
call
never
the
gonna.
police.
So who wants to use the noise canceling headphones? So I know you just simply because you haven't been listening to the radio spirit box all night long. So between the two of you,
I don't care.
try them.
Sure, I'll try.
Okay. All right. So the other thing is I'm going to hand you guys 3 blindfolds, 1 each. They are disposable. Keep your own eye buttons. I do not want them back. I'm not a normal tour guide. I bring
We
this
get
stuff.
gifts out of this.
I know, right? So, when you guys open these up, if you have struggle with them, just I'll finish them when we come back. But they're 2-ply, so you're gonna have to peel them apart. And then there's a rip in the center by the nose piece, and it's gonna go flat across. It's not gonna go all the way around your head. Just keep track of where your wrappers are. I'll take them when I come back. Again, just do not put them on until I come back. Entire session. Earbuds go in after blindfolds. The family members, you may have to help those two, so that would be Abby and Gwen with their noise canceling headphones.
Oh my god, there's some rap going on.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get in tighter than this, guys. We want to stay nice and tight so they feel safe. There we go.
Help.
Yep. I can help hold something if you need me to.
Just maybe.
John? You almost have it. Ooh, now you got them all over the place. Hang on, let me help you. Let me help you out first, and then you're gonna help put them on her. There you go. This one.
Oh.
That one goes back to you. Alright, so they're all in. Get those volumes turned up and then put your spirit boxes down. I do not want you touching those spirit boxes. Okay, so setting for volume. Okay, we're looking. Can everybody hear me? Can anybody hear me at all? Casey? Abby? Gwen? Gwen, you can hear me? I need you to turn your volume up.
Wait, am I supposed to have this in here?
Yes.
Oh. So I
Yep.
was like, these are very noise canceling.
Put those, once the earbuds are in.
Okay, okie doke.
We started here?
Yes. So I timed this, so it is 10:56, going on 10:57. Definitely hear Casey, so she's good. Tell us everything you're hearing. Henry Timrod.
Days.
Henry Timrod. If you are here, I need you to answer yes for me. I have 3 young ladies on the bench for you tonight to be able to speak through. Timron. If you're here, I need you to speak the word yes for us.
I'll sing it. My sister.
Henry, let's get right into it. Tell us something specific about your family.
Take my breath.
Preferably something of their names would be the best way to do this. Looking for your
6 children. Milkshake.
Henry, what is the name of your wife? Henry, tell us the name of your wife. Might be hard to find her first name. It's okay to find her maiden name, which was Goodwin, by the way. So if we get the word good, we've gotten it several times out of it. Henry, tell us the name of your wife.
Family.
Yes. What are we hearing from the church? Keep an eye on that Ouija board. We've had the word bell spelled out while that's been going off before. Henry, what are we hearing from the church right now? We try this every night. Henry, we got 3 young ladies that can hear you in there.
Tom. I'm getting a lot of opera.
What sound did we just get out of the church? Abby's like laser focused, by the way.
Your story.
You don't want to know my story, we want to know yours. If you are not Henry Timrod, can you answer the word no for us? Keeping it nice and simple. We've had instances where I asked Henry how many ghosts were here. It's always the number 5. She said the number 5 as soon as we got started, and the name Tom. It's actually kind of relevant. I'm waiting for something else to occur before I'm going to label it as something being paranormal.
You're sweet.
If you are not Henry Timrod, please answer the word no. I have 3 young ladies here that will answer for you. I've been a little bit tighter with the group coming through. Again, it gets really weird with blindfolded women in the middle of a dark park. If you are not Henry Timrod, please answer the word no.
Prove.
So we're trying to prove a lot of things here. That's good, Dakota. Get a nice round
19.
look. 19. You want to give us numbers? We'll kind of go after some dates if you'd like.
President.
Who was the president during your lifetime? During the Civil War? Very specific name.
Love.
They normally say things how they hear them, by the way. So she's singing a lot of things. So she's getting song.
Man or woman. You're not going back.
Come on, Abby.
Nope.
No. So, if you are not Henry Timrod, can you tell us what your first name is? We need your first name, please. We need to know who we're speaking with. Come on, Abby. I really want her to get something like really solid. She's so stoked about everything. Who do we have here with us? If you are Henry Timrod, give us something specific about you. I've asked a few questions so far. I didn't poke the bear about what happened to your son.
Dark blue. Ask.
What am I asking about? You want me to ask about your son? What happened to him? Can you tell us what holiday he was born on? been about 5 minutes, just so everybody kind of has that gist. Can you tell us what holiday your son Willie was born on, please? What holiday was it? You can give us the number of that holiday. We'll understand it.
Family.
Every time I bring up the family. We need something more specific. You got to use the words that are coming through those little frequencies. Tell us what you want us to hear. Henry.
Loss of terrifying families.
Can you tell us the holiday that your son was born on? Even the date of it would be perfectly fine.
9/7.
I still look at that, something like that as like September 7th. I'm always thinking like way outside the box to make sure it's not a date, it's not a year. I was kind of, there's no 9/7 in anything that I know of unless it's relative to his wife. And I just don't know that off the top of my head. Henry, we're running out of time. We're asking a lot of questions here. We've been very respectful. You want to answer anything specifically about your family, specific details, other than just the word family, would be appreciated. I'm here every night, Henry. This is how I learn about you.
Listening.
Arms.
Henry, we're running out of time. Names, numbers, something specific about your wife. We had a whole conversation about your wife that night, a few weeks ago. What else do you want us to know? Or, if you'd like us to leave, say the word leave.
The government.
You ask.
You ask. Henry, would you like us to end this session? Something of social media, like definitely out of context. So Henry, we'll make a deal. You tell us something specific about your son, like the holiday he was born on, and we will end the session.
Righteousness.
I'm obviously looking for a number. If you want to tell me that number, that would be perfectly fine.
Christian.
Oh,
Homosexuals.
Henry,
Thriller.
let's make a deal. You tell us the number of the date of your son's birthday that you wrote about, and we will end this session, and we will leave you alone for the rest of the evening. Henry, we got 1 minute left. We've asked a lot of questions
Across devices.
across devices. Do you have anything going on? Nothing. Sorry, am I in your way?
No.
Henry?
The word is spoken.
Henry, we're trying to make a deal here. We've only got a few seconds left, and I know it's noisy.
Eyes closed.
All three of their eyes are closed. Okay, Henry, we're gonna call it. One last chance. Silence is compliance. Family members, go ahead and tap their legs. Let's get them tapped out of this. Told you, they get a little jump scare.